whenever he was outside.
Unfortunately,
So let's
when
show
fighting
what some of
bosses,
these
that's a bad
foods
thing.
do, shall we? Nom 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 nom.
Yes.
This is a diamond potato. So it gives you speed, haste. Oh, there was something. It was like very temporary. Absorption, resistance, fire resistance. So it's kind of like a golden apple on steroids, just in and of itself. And that was basically the level 1 version of a diamond potato. Now this is an enchanted diamond potato, so assume it'll be a
The
lot better.
effects are the same. Also, there are diamond apples. I put in diamond apples for completionary, for completion sake.
Yes, I have them over here.
They're in this.
But yeah, we have speed 2, haste 2, strength 3, absorption for a good length of time, regeneration, resistance 3, and fire resistance, and that's for the enchanted diamond version of a potato, which is
They
now
all,
devoured.
when you eat them, they all have the same effect. Only they give different saturation amounts, and they can all be eaten even if they're full.
Okay,
Just
and
like
that's the
others.
same for all diamond foods, right?
Yes. The unenchanted and enchanted, which means that the diamond pumpkin pies are the best foods in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see why.
other than Hydro Chops, those things are freaking insane.
Now, if you want to compare other mods, I know some things have some really dramatic foods.
Although there is one food that can outdo all of them, and we're about to go over when we go over the crops.
Yeah, this will be kind of a little... Oh, I need to change my gate mode anyhow.
Although the Titans mod has also delved into herbs too.
Yeah, well, I just had an Enderman. I just had an Enderman Routmate show up, and
What?
I had an Enderman Routmate show up, so I knew that I had to kind of brace for things. So yeah, I was gonna try to show off the crops, but it's gonna be a little difficult if he's lobbing fireballs in my face. So,
Why is mob spawning even on?
Oh yeah, I suppose I could turn that off.
Alright, turn it off and clear minions so he doesn't blast everything.
Okay, let me see here. I think it's
Hey.
mob loot, mob spawning, false. Clear minions. What even happened with that one? You don't want to know. You'll find out later anyhow. Okay. I need... Oh, this would be a good time for an ore spawn tool, actually. It's time for the ultimate hoe. The ultimate hoe. And this is because we are going into new crops. So I need to have an area where... Oh yeah, I'd say there's definitely water over there. Now, can I till this grass? I know it's slightly different. I'm kind of curious. Can I till this grass? It just had to... Are there Kraken still nearby? Are there Kraken still nearby? Or is this regular storminess? And this doesn't seem like a regular storm. Oh, you just had to be there. You just had to be there. Oh, really? Seriously? Shoo. Shoo. Go away. I don't need any more major storm systems to pop in just because there's a flying Kraken. Oh, meanwhile, Abyssal Craft feature to note. If you find a village in one of the special biomes, they'll be made out of the special woods. This is just Abyssal Craft note for randomness sake. I'll go over that a lot more later whenever I'm doing this kind of thing with Shino, so, yeah. It will be a little bit of time, just saying, because Shino wants to complete a very special, very much demanded, or at least a special feature that he was trying to get in. And that is going to be a while, but afterwards we'll be doing a Mod Authors Hangout with him, and I'll be able to show off a lot of stuff in Abyssal Now, because of the style of it, I don't know if he wants to do it in a special way, but it could happen. So it's time for the Ultimate Hoe. Now, the Ultimate Hoe in Ore Spawn is actually a good hoe, because, as you may notice, it hoes a pretty wide area and automatically hydrates the ground. So this is very, very, very good for your crop farming. However, they do have to be connected, I've noted, or at least in some way. Because I've seen it skip a few. And I don't mean just those. Oops. Oh well, that won't matter. The thing is, we are going to be demonstrating some very special plants. These are new plants present only in the Titans mod at this time, and they are plants that Intermittent Doom himself kind of made up on the spot whenever he finally decided, you know what, I've never done a crop before. So he decided to make these. Now, one of the most important is this thing called a Mulgrim. Mulgrims are kind of unique. Oh, I might want to put back on some armor. I am creative, but at the same time. There we go. Okay, much better. Ah, there we go. Anyhow, Mulgrims have various effects, and they have a very dramatic planting sound, so I'm really hoping the audio is working right now. Otherwise, the game audio, I should say. I mean, again, it's mainly that I'm describing all this stuff, and I need to time set. Especially whenever you're doing planting, because they obviously like some nice sunlight. So a lot like regular plants, and do plant them in nice hydrated soil, because they are, in fact, a crop. They are not something that has a special type of growth, like, oh, say, cactuses or sugar cane or chorus. So it's not one of those kind of things. Which game mode am I on? Doesn't really matter right now. But basically, if you were doing this normally in survival in Titans, you would have to make sure to have a good supply of bone meal. Why? Because you might want to grow them very fast when it's pretty easy to have massive amounts of land destruction. Yeah, if I'm really hoping you heard that. That is the most dramatic crop planting sound ever developed in Minecraft.
Oh, you're on the crops?
And yeah, and yes, this does sound a bit like a Titan coming, so this might also be good for pranking somebody. As they look at, oh no, what's going on? It's like, I'm planting Mulgrims. And then it goes, what the heck, man? What the heck, man? I mean, you could freak somebody out with this stuff. I mean, that's so dramatic. And here we have the Pleasant Blade plant.
Did you review Mulgrim's use?
I'm planting them right now, including Mulgrims and Pleasant Blade.
Before we discuss Pleasant Blade, let's discuss Mulgrim and how you get it.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to discuss how you will get this wonderful stuff. And that reminds me, I need to get myself some bone meal.
Did you show them how the fruit works?
Not yet. I was just planting it to show how it grows.
Well,
I'm trying to remember the code for tick speed. But that might be dangerous in this world.
There is no tick speed. That came wrong. 1.7.10.
Oh,
There's a lot of game rules that don't exist in this version. People keep on forgetting also that kill at E does not exist here.
That one I always remembered as soon as it happened, because as soon as they changed that in 1.8, I believe.
Yes. In 1.7.10, kill just kills yourself and no one else.
Yeah, which can make it funny whenever you try to beg somebody to do it. They're like, go ahead, kill me. And it's like, haha, you only kill yourself. Ah, I see you did get that redone. Nice. I'm liking the new version of the plant. I'm gonna spam my bone meal here. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah. Ugh, reach over there. But anyhow, how you normally get these? There's two different ways to get these particular plants.
You either find them. Either find them. And in the two places you'll find them at is either in a stronghold or a mine shaft. Though they're rare. They're considered rare loot there. Their seeds are found there.
Oh, he also made it so that if you click on them, you can auto harvest, kind of like with Pam's harvest craft.
That only happens with Pleasant Blade, not Mulgrim. You have to harvest that.
Yes, I was just clicking on the Pleasant Blade just to quick grow it, to show the plant growing, and I was harvesting it very quickly. And so if you spam hold, you can get a lot of it very fast.
The flowers will also close up during nighttime, if they're there.
And I'll probably show that in a moment, actually. Especially since it'll probably take us a while to describe all of what this could do, so it'll probably be night again, and we'll be able to actually observe that. So this is Mulgrim, fully grown, and this is Pleasant Blade. So these are the two crops that you'll be seeing in Titans. And as he said, there's two ways to get them. One of which is to find them is rare loot in various places, such as mine shafts.
Pleasant Blade is considered to be uncommon loot, and it's found in more places than Mulgrim is. Mulgrim is very rare.
Yes.
It's
now,
the same.
There
the
is an
seeds are the
alternate way
same
to
rarity
get. There's an
as the
alternate way to
golden
get
apple.
both. There's an alternate way to get both that is as a bit less rare but a lot more dangerous, because you have to fight Templars to get the seeds, and you'll sometimes get other parts of the plant like the Mulgrim fruit itself from them. So as you're fighting the Titan's minions, you may get some of these. So yeah, your farming might start with a good fight, like a really dramatic fight.
Yeah, all Templar have at minimum 1,000 plus health, have very powerful attacks and too many abilities to describe it in a single sentence without suffocating yourself to death.
Yeah. Well, at least losing your breath. But yeah, what Mulgrim fruit actually does is very impressive. One of the issues with Titans has always been about surviving their attacks and being able to strike on their level, at least to some degree. And this is a bit of an answer to that. The Mulgrim fruit is basically the fruit of the Titans themselves. It is what they eat.
Fruit of the gods.
It is the fruit of the gods. So kind of like the ideas of the heavenly peach, or something that's more innate to Minecraft, the golden apples of the Hesperides. We have various fruits of the gods.
Yeah, think of the golden apples, not these golden apples, but the golden apples of the Hesperides from Greek mythology, or ambrosia.
Yes. And so there are certain things that were said to be the food of the gods. Well, in this case, in the Titans mod, this is the food of the gods, the Mulgrim fruit. As you eat it, various things happen, and it's actually based on how much you've eaten it. So the more you eat them, the more powerful you become. I'm trying to remember, does that save after your death, or do you have to reset it every time?
You have to reset it every time.
Oh well, it's always good for a turbo farm. Those things have been a vanilla thing for quite some time. Just put a boatload
You'll also gain experience from eating them.
Oh yeah, that's right too. So many reasons why you want this fruit so much. So yes, go ahead, dare to go into those dangerous locations and fights to get this wonderful fruit.
To find Mulgrim seeds without fighting Templar, you either look in a stronghold in the crossings or the corridors, or you find a mine shaft.
Okay, so crossings and corridors only, or in mine shaft. So that would be where you'd be hunting them down.
But
so no highly obvious temples, apparently. But let's start
Pleasant Blade.
Oh wait, I need to do this in survival, apparently.
To find Pleasant Blade seeds, you find them either in mine shafts, strongholds, dungeons, desert pyramids, or villages. In the village blacksmith. And in the village blacksmith, you can also find the leaves, the flowers, and even the special brew that we'll be talking about.
Okay, so Pleasant Blade is found all over the place with a whole bunch of bonuses for finding it in village blacksmiths, where you can find other parts of the plant rather than just the seeds. So, yes, and you may also find a very special finished potion that we're going to discuss. I'm saying this just in case audio. Sometimes you gotta be prepared whenever you know you've got a temporary problem.
You want to know, by the way, what encouraged me to make Pleasant Blade?
Sort of.
For some reason,
I just hadn't done a crop before, and you decided, hey, I'll do a crop.
No, Mulgrim was the result of that. Pleasant Blade was the result of me, for some reason, having the spur of the moment of wanting to make something that like Ethelas from the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. Well, anyhow, I'm in survival because apparently I can't eat Mulgrim fruit while I'm in creative. Just saying. But one of the things you'll notice, is my health. If you're looking at the upper left side of the upper left corner, my health just increased. Yes. It increased again, and it does so even more and more as you go along. Now, it can also grant various buffs as you eat more of it as well. And some of these are only temporary buffs. Also note you'll get a burst of regeneration that is very rapid.
I have a feeling that in real life, I have a feeling that in real life you wouldn't want to do this because otherwise you may like overstuff yourself with this stuff.
Well, obviously that's just how feeding in Minecraft works. I mean, who would literally eat 64 pumpkin pies in a row? Have you ever seen that eating contest with someone actually able to do that? Even the grandmasters of eating, the true gluttons out there, have an awfully hard time. My health is about to go over 1,000.
Yes,
so we are about to achieve DBZ levels of health.
Yeah, then there's a point where it doesn't just increase your health, it also increases your attack.
Now, that's not visible on this HUD, but it is something.
No, it is visible through punching Emperor Scorpions.
True. I could just grab myself a spawn egg of them and then punch away. Right now, I'm just nibbling this entire stock of Mulgrim and just seeing how far I go. In fact, I might just walk around
if you go above 1,000,
because it's about to
if you go above 1,500, if you go above 1,500, your attack power will be the thing that starts to increase as well.
Oh, I'm way past that. I decided to see how far stack gets me. I'm still nibbling.
Yes.
It does eat a little faster than normal. It's not like an instant eat, but it is faster than normal, so feel free to nibble this even in combat if you want that boost.
Yes, also, it instantly fills up your whole saturation bar if you happen to be hungry.
Yeah, like this is technically a superfood. I mean, it's literally the food of the gods. So, yeah, you'd expect that, wouldn't you? Totally. So it is.
Yeah.
There goes the stack of that. I'll just let my health recharge.
In order to become powerful with this, you must commit a deadly sin, gluttony.
Lots of it too.
Stack after stack.
Okay. Oh yeah, I took off mob spawning, but at the other hand, I can always just turn that back on temporarily and punch things.
No.
Wait,
there is one thing that, if you're doing this, there is one thing you don't want to do without proper armor. You do not want to fight the queen with this stuff when you've eaten that amount of Mulgrim.
Oh yeah, her special purple power shots get through pretty much everything. We have tested this. There's not much in the game that could stop them. She really is still quite ridiculous. Now,
except for Titans.
Titans can get rid of her, but as for things that can help a player stop it, no.
At medium armor, you wear that stuff, it kills the purple powers.
Yeah, that is definitely one that does, but that's only because they actually have health, so it tends to kill them before they actually get to you. I'm about to do something very dangerous. I have turned mob spawning back on, but I also have the ability to punch things to death, like Saitama. Kind of. Is there... I don't want to punch a butterfly, that's pointless. I want something dangerous to punch, something that you'd want to punch out of your way. So yes, I am running around aimlessly looking for something to punch. I'm also apparently fairly fast right now, but I do have the Arcadium set, so it gives me various buffs. Including something that doesn't show directly on my meter. I have absorption hearts, and they don't show on this HUD directly, so yeah.
Absorption hearts are important in the Titans mod.
Oh
they act as a shield.
Every type of damage in Titans mod, for the most part, respects absorption hearts. So, therefore, you totally want them, because the Titans will be dealing so much damage that if you don't have a boatload of absorption hearts, you are probably super dead. Not just dead, super dead. Like, we have to get to various levels of dead. They also act as a shield.
They also act as a shield against the stare attacks of the greater Titans.
Oh yeah.
They have to chip away your absorption hearts before they can start mugging you of your health.
Okay, now
they will mug you of your health.
I found myself. Oh, okay. Nope, still butterflies. Come on, please have some Shogoths or something I can punch. I turned mob spawning on.
What's your difficulty at?
Let me check. Oh, I need to turn that back on.
You need to turn it off of one mode?
Yeah, because I was trying to make sure some other things would spawn in for a while. But take care of lag. Okay, now let me punch some Shoggoths. I can one-punch the Shoggoths. I can one-punch Shoggoths and other things. I have so much health I don't have to care.
Why don't you also show off the power of your fist by punching some more spawn bosses?
Well, I punched some Shoggoths and they have over 100 points of health. I could find an ore spawn boss, maybe. I'm in survival right now, just punching things. So I actually don't have the spawn eggs, but other things will surely get punched. A lot of things are getting punched. Ah, we have some supercharged Endermen. Wow.
Punch the spider robot.
Punching everything to death very quickly. Whee. Okay, now the Enderman version of Zealots are very quick.
They usually teleport instead of actually dodging.
Yeah.
They're Endermen, they have that capability.
So they're very, very hard to hit. Other things, on the other hand, are pretty easy. I'm just smacking my way through some random Euripedes here. Yeah, this is... I got Tank Buster with my fist. I feel like the Hulk. So, yeah. Come on, zip me. There we go. I teleported into water. What do you know? Ah, here's some ore spawn creatures. They're not bosses, but they'll do for punching. Oh gosh, yeah. That's one way to get around the Zootor's defense. Kill him before he goes into defense mode. That was kind of funny. Oh, good way to take care of zealots of anything other than Endermen. Do it in the water. They have a harder time jumping.
It nullifies their dodging capabilities to an extent.
Well, I'd say quite an extent, because I one-shot a zombie zealot. Yeah, I one-punched a zombie zealot. Now, the loyalists, on the other hand, are getting even on the abyssal zombies for trying to convert them. So I'd say they had their moment of revenge. Is there any bosses I can whack? I'd just like a random ore spawn boss. A Molinoid would be nice. I'm on kind of a plainsy type area. Heck, I might even bother taking on the zombie Templar. It'd be funny if I actually managed to hit him like this. Oh wait. This might just show the whole dropping thing.
Dropping?
Yeah, I was trying to see if he'd drop his fruit, but the answer is... Oh, finally! There's an ore spawn boss. I can do this. What just happened? Oh, that's right. It's a Molinoid. I should have saw that coming. It's temporarily buried.
What?
I have so much health I don't have to care. Oh, he just dirted me. Like Molinoids do. And now he's gonna get one punched. Time to get punched. Bye. I one punched a Molinoid. Oh, there's another one. It has to die. Why? Because it's a Molinoid. Something is hitting... Oh, it's an invisible spider. That's what's hitting me. Another invisible spider. What? Let me punch you. It's not going to be a big deal. Just let me hit you in the face. I can see where that invisible face is. Or mostly invisible.
I want that wither morph.
Hey. Okay.
Yay! I have the wither morph.
Something is hitting me. Oh, I got him. I think I got him. Something is hitting me, and I'm not sure exactly what. Because there's other things I know whether or not they're hitting me, but then there's something else that seems to be just hitting me. Not sure if it's an invisible creature or if there's a Titan very, very far away that I'm not seeing that's seeing me. I mean, that's entirely possible.
I could even morph into the giant spider robot.
Nice. Okay. Now, the thing we need to show off is the Eye Creeper Loyalist.
If
we
I
still
fly
need to
in
show
the
off
air,
is what Pleasant Blade is all about. I mean, Mulgrim had an interesting demonstration with just punching things to death. Hilariously so.
Yes, but Pleasant Blade is an herb.
Yes, what you're after whenever you're farming it is the Pleasant Blade leaf. So you won't just be recycling seeds. You will be getting a special product that will be quite handy to have. The Pleasant Blade leaf is used in making a very special kind of potion formula. It's a little bit different than normal.
Yeah.
And its special effect is basically to act kind of like milk, I believe. Kind of.
Cure poison potion.
Yes. So it is a little specific. Oh, I should probably go back into creative so I can show that off better. Because I need to grab myself a poison potion to hit myself with. Don't need that. Shoe. Buy. Hey, look, extra gold. Random iron shovel. Because I have no idea where I got it from.
You want to know something funny about girlfriends? They have a bigger model than the player, but they actually have a smaller hitbox.
That's a weird thing I've seen with Orspawn that he did somehow, is he had various ways of making it where they didn't exactly match up. I know there's been some other times where that happened. Okay, I've got a splash potion of poison. So I can poison myself and have this very special concoction here. The Noxious Trio. Now, this brew is made very special. You have to obtain one of the Pleasant Blade leaves from farming, have a glass bottle, a carrot, and a fermented spider's eye. This isn't brewed in a regular brewing stand, which is particularly useful because you'll probably be needing this a little more often. Okay, so I am going to go back into survival, poison myself, and then cure myself. So, splash potion of poison. I got poisoned, right? I threw it straight up. Did that somehow miss me? It was a perfect shot. Am I somehow immune to poison in some other way?
I think because you're wearing Arcadium.
Oh. Okay. Did we note that before? Did we even note that before? Was that something that it normally does, is make you immune to poison?
Arcadium makes you immune to a lot of things.
Okay.
Help me.
I wish I'd noted something in Arcadium other than the buffs, like, oh, say, the immunity it grants you before that happened. Okay, update, it makes you immune to things. So let's try this again. I'm going to poison myself in survival, and then cure myself. Game, mood, yes. So this time, I shouldn't be automatically immune. Yep, I'm poisoned. And for a good length of time. Now, I drink this. I'm cured! Yay! And because it's selective against poison specifically, and may in the future be against other
poison,
debuffs.
Blindness, nausea, and wither.
Ah, okay, okay. So you already have it for several of them. You can also cure blindness, wither, and nausea. So, yeah. Basically everything that happens whenever you eat a pufferfish. Basically.
Except the wither part.
Yeah, except wither, yeah. That's the little addition.
Unless it was a wither pufferfish.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. With that new mutated mobs mod, that could happen. I'm not even joking. That could happen. Somebody could suggest that, and then you have a wither pufferfish. Or at least that's what something would drop. Like, maybe it would be a combination of guardian and wither, and you fight it. One of your prizes is a withered pufferfish for some weird reason. I just have an urge to punch more Shoguns. I don't know why. I mean, we've shown pretty much everything from this update that's specifically important, right? Or is there something else?
Those new additions. As well as some changes. Some Titans have gotten some extra health, mainly the greater ones. Where the skeleton
yeah,
Titan
there was a couple of things that was extra special. I'll probably want to turn myself over into creative for that.
I also overhauled the regeneration system that Titans use.
For one thing, it was kind of wigging out damage indicators, so yeah. Does that still
It
happen?
still wigs out damage. It still wigs out damage indicators on
Damage
occasion.
indicators does not like Titans. Okay. The two things that I need to
Apparently,
do.
neither does Morph anymore.
Aww.
There is no Titan Morph. There are no Titan Morphs.
There is something I'd like to show.
Although maybe that could have just been because I hadn't enabled boss Morphs.
I have obtained the Ultima Blade in a very special way. It now has a very special tag, and it's to prevent certain things that happen to have been issues before, because like the king could theoretically drop an Ultima Blade, and I don't know if there's a blacklist feature. So therefore,
Now with the king.
Yeah, it was with the king.
Now with the king, there's no blacklist for the king. The king does not blacklist anything.
That's what I'm saying, is there's no blacklist, so he had to figure a way around that problem. And the Ultima Blade, after various other things about it being updated, now has a very special tag. You won't see it directly here, but now you have to be considered worthy of it, or it just disappears from your hand. It's like, nope. So I had
kind of like Thor's hammer.
Way of obtaining it. You can't do that from creative. Like right now, this is the one that I used the special code he got me. But if I were to go into the Titans mod right now and grab another Ultima Blade, this will be what happens. Let me see here. Ultima Blade. There you are. It says you are unworthy of this weapon, and then it disappears. In fact, it seems to take all other Ultima Blades down with it. That wasn't quite right. It shouldn't take the worthy one. It needs to take just itself. I think that might be a bug. It takes all Ultima Blades.
It's like, no! If you are not worthy, then you will not be worthy of any of them!
Which is weird, because you think it wouldn't go that way. Whatever. Now, this is something that's been recently added as well. It will be featured in a later update, being possible to be obtained in survival, but for right now, it is not. So you can experiment with it, but it's kind of like the Ultima Blade. It's a super weapon that will be dropped from an Uber boss. Now, it has a slightly different way of working. Instead of striking along a line, like the Ultima Blade, this one hits a wide area. So if I were to swing there, kind of like how the other weapons now have a charge-up attack, only you don't have to charge it. You just swing it and you destroy stuff. Including, of course, farm animals. That was okay. I think I found a really big bug.
What?
I clicked on the Optima axe to report where stuff was, like it was telling me where ores were, and it kind of disappeared instantly.
Disappeared?
It disappeared. Instantly.
Okay.
It did this weird thing, and then it disappeared. Now, I did grab it from creative. I'm wondering, could that be the reason?
Wait. You can't grab them from the creative menu.
Oh, that might be the bug. I was going to use the code anyhow. Let me do something.
I don't know why it...
The Ultima Blade,
I don't know why it does. I don't know why they both do that. If you put them straight into your hand, they don't disappear. They may not disappear for a few seconds.
Well, either way, that would
be You'll want to toss one out of your inventory. It's like maybe get rid of maybe like throw out the Ultima Blade.
I did. The storm was in fact getting to me.
Yeah, well, if you carry them both in your inventory, then the world will be plunged into an seemingly endless storm.
Yeah. it has various abilities, like to tell you where stuff is if you ask it. All you gotta do is click. Apparently, if you attack with it, it automatically pulls things to you in certain ways. Of course, clicking allows you to know where ores are, so it is a definite mining tool. And it will kill everything just like the Ultima Blade does. So this thing is a super weapon.
I killed a Templar and dropped 4 pleasant blade seeds.
Huh.
Wait.
Impressive. Did you have some serious looting?
There's another 3 pleasant blade seeds. Yeah, this thing has... yeah, both the Ultima Blade and the Optima Axe have sharpness, smite, bane of the marked parts, fire aspect, and looting C.
It's not well. Yeah, it's showing on the on this one right now, but yeah, they have some uber enchants that are special rewards for the amazing awesomeness that you have to pull off just to get them. There's a zombie titan over here waking up.
What?
There's a zombie titan over here waking up.
Oh, you accidentally wander.
Yeah, I found one. Another feature is they're a bit stealthier than they used to be, and you will not see them from farther off until you are in fact close enough that they ambush you. So, yeah, this is
some of them like the zombie titan will be hidden super well. Also, their boss bars don't appear if they are waiting.
Yeah, so I need
there are some others. There are some other ones that are easier to spot. Like the skeleton titan is kind of easy. I mean, you kind of see him lying down on the ground.
Yeah. And also there's some that are a little obvious if you're moving in certain ways. Like, for example, if you just simply have the high ground, like you're just on a hill or something, then you might be able to spot from a distance where cave spider and spider titans are, because they will have this big pit made of cobwebs in the ground. And if you see that pit, you know where they are. And you know to avoid them unless you are completely ready for a titan fight. Which means tons of equipment.
Yes, you are in fact still able to avoid titan fights. You just have to be smart about it, then you have to have good eyes.
Darn you lag. It cut off the C and L of clear minions. I have a tremendous lag that I'm dealing with here. Remember how I turned some things off before? Really?
If you do in fact have good enough eyesight, some of the titans are incredibly easy to spot, and you can avoid them Are you okay there?
Sort of. Clear minions at least, please.
Oh god, the block lag has returned. Also, by the way, the Ultima Blade still takes up like most of your inventory. Like, visually. It cuts through most of the inventory.
And the Optima Axe also does that. So both of them have immensely large amounts.
In the inventory, it's not often very common that an item would have its model shown in the inventory.
There we go. I've minimized something, so that should help. But yeah, I mean, just look at the size of this thing. It's absolutely huge. I'm just pointing to the sky at it like I want to actually tickle a cloud with it. It's like, hey, I actually have something long enough I can reach. So you can't even see me from this thing from some angles. Like, it's totally covering my character model. So yeah, it's kind of like the Ultima Blade with that, only it is considerably wider. The Ultima Blade is more narrow. So
the Ultima Blade is a gigantic surgical tool in terms of hitting. The Optima Axe is a massive bludgeoning weapon.
Well, yeah, it's like you could think of it like swinging the axe over a massive area and just whacking it all with this enormous axe blade. So, yeah. And with that, I think we have shown off pretty much everything we can for now, because it's been a big update.
There is one thing.
But
there is one thing.
One more thing?
Yes, spawn in an Ender Colossus.
Oh, yeah, that. Well, that'd be one way to end the world. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll have to switch out my armor though, because even in creative, I'm going to die.
Spawn in a bunch of reinforced iron golems to give him targets.
Yeah.
That isn't you.
Yeah, something that isn't me. I think it's about time to whip out the absence set.
Yeah, but also whip out adminium just to show the health bonus that adminium gives.
Oh, actually, I think I'll just go straight to adminium then, because I may kind of need it. Let me see. I won't be needing this hoe. Pleasant blade.
I am removing an entire village with the Ultima axe.
Yeah, it will do that. Okay, I'm about to become incredibly boss-like. This mod has a weird visual bug if you have a tremendous amount of health, so, or for that matter, tremendous amount of armor. Mainly the armor bar, because it kind of goes off this armor bar over here, and you see it's trailing off this way. It's actually looping around the screen several times. So, yeah.
The armor bar has gone through time. Is now proceeding to go through time and space as it half renders itself, and then fully renders, and then does a weird loop around.
Anybody remember classic Mario games where you go off one side of the screen and you suddenly show up on the opposite? It's like that. Oh yeah, I also need some reinforced iron golems here. Otherwise, this is going to be incredibly. Now, is it shift and hit the button, or not shift and hit the button? I'll just put them out first.
Another thing you may not have shown is how Templars die. Have you shown a Templar death?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm putting them in orbit around me because I'm got adminium. Forgot about that. Also a new feature. Yeah. Adminium now is so heavy officially that you have your own gravitational pull. Forgot about that before I did this. So that
everything that isn't a Titan or a Titan's jack gets sucked straight into your center.
How did that not work? You seem to have changed the explosion code.
Disabling your ability to destroy blocks with adminium.
Just a moment. Which way do I do that again? Is it game rule mob griefing?
Game rule mob griefing false. I am just murdering countless monsters.
Now, does that work with the gravity? Or is it just the explosions? It doesn't work with the gravity, it's just the explosions. Okay. But yeah, the Ender Colossus now has some nifty new effects. Oh, I was apparently divided by 0. If you were divided by 0, then multiplied infinity by it. Which death was that?
That means that a Titan attacked you.
But in which way?
I think he just simply hit you.
Okay, I was in full adminium, so I'm wondering what was up with that. I can see where the Ender Colossus went. Apparently, that wasn't very far from my spawn point.
Wow, this one skeleton Titan that I found here in this world is like duplicated himself in the Ghost Force so many times.
Be able to see a rare Titan on Titan mob battles straight up. Because there is an Ender Colossus in this world, and there's also a zombie Titan. And I believe they're about to face off. Oh, I beam! My goodness, the zombie Titan is only getting just big here. Oh, shield mode for the zombie Titan. I don't think that's gonna be enough. I doubt it. Doubt that's gonna be enough. Oh, the zombie Titan is so down. I mean, just from one big continuous attack.
Also, by the way, when Titan makes a shaking sound that shakes you, it shakes every single mob around you as well.
Yeah, that's another thing. The shake screen also actually shakes things. It's not just you. The whole world is shaking whenever a Titan stomps. Zombie Titan has been defeated by Colossus. Oh my goodness sakes.
Also, you get that. You get the test messages for Titans when they're defeated by something else. Using you.
Oh, and the Colossus is now angry at me. I'm so gonna die. Are you gonna beam me? Are you gonna beam me? Is that gonna be how this ends? I'm just wondering.
Fortunately enough, the beam is Fortunately enough, the beam is uncommon enough that you won't always get like super beamed, like 24/7.
I did, however, get to see a zombie Titan get blasted heavily by it. I believe he was shot all the way down to like,
yes.
10, close to 10% of his health.
Yes, that laser beam is dangerous to big creatures.
Yeah, so it just raked the zombie Titan for extra damage, like huge extra damage. And I'm about to lag to death. Speaking of death, so
and it's a legitimate laser beam
point
too.
For this one.
Let's see what happens. Just keep on clearing minions.
I can try.
Also, by the way, the Snow Golem Titan has been reduced to Lesser Titan status.
And also note that Slime Titans are not even technically Titans anymore. They also don't have a damage limit anymore, so anything can hit them extra hard.
Oh yeah, and shoot a Harcadium arrow, just to show that I finally rid myself of that little bug with them.
I might be able to do that eventually if the lag ever clears. But it's not looking like it's going to. At least not anytime soon. Well, I might be able to just mosey over.
Also, Titans leave footprints.
Kind of.
Even though that's been in for a while, Titans can leave footprints. At least some Titans can leave footprints. It's like the skeleton Titan that was woken up is leaving a footprint trail as he walks. In this world of mine, he's like leaving a footprint trail.
I was able to shoot the Harcadium bow a couple times. Oh, he's
beaming
something.
It makes me feel like
it's not me, but he's beaming something.
It makes me feel like the world's greatest tracker. Even though it's not that difficult to track a Titan, and if it's making footprints, then you probably shouldn't be tracking it.
I think my game's a goner now. Colossus is beaming through a bunch of things, and it's not helping.
Uh-oh! I've been electrocuted.
Anyhow, I guess that should be everything for now.
Wait.
Is there anything else?
Actually, maybe this can be done in a mob battle. But I was going to suggest have one of the two new mobs face off against Titan.
Yeah, that'll probably be later, possibly in a mob battle. So yeah, that would kind of be a good thing for one of those. But right now, this world is.
There are still a couple things that need to be shown. You people can see the Titan custom boss bars.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Actually, this is the one for the Colossus.
Titans.
They each have a new
Titans
bar.
Are still considered.
Titans
are still considered bosses. They're still considered bosses. They still implement iBoss display data, just for the sake of completionarianism and the fact that they have boss bars. Also, it means that they're unaffected by chemical X.
Yeah, amongst other things. But yeah, that was always a really weird thing to affect various creatures.
Yes, you can instantaneously destroy Momzilla with that stuff.
Yeah, because for some weird reason, Ore-spawn bosses aren't technically bosses, so they could be.
You can kill any Ore-spawn boss with chemical X. Yes. Which I personally find weird.
The lag is too strong.
Here goes Momzilla. Momzilla. Die, Momzilla.
Yeah, again, he's testing some things, so Mobzilla might be dying.
Mobzilla was just
dying.
Mobzilla was just thrown to Pluto.
Well, yep, that's right. Titan isn't far enough. It has to be Pluto.
Also, another thing about Titans, fireballs literally deflect off of their bodies.
Yeah, so oddly enough, you will not be seeing very many fireball attacks working as Titans anymore, because they will deflect them from anything that shoots them.
Yes. Also, and that Mobzilla literally disintegrated.
Well, that happened.
I just watched a Mobzilla disintegrate.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you'll need to go to another world to show off the last couple of things that have been changed.
We've been going on for a while, so we might save that for another time. Ugh, come on, move. It's not going. But anyhow, is there any other major things that might need to be noted, at least?
Arcadium arrows no longer have that weird twitch to them when they're moving. They
I
finally
actually
shoot
managed to
straight.
show that off. I actually managed to. In a brief moment of non-lag, I managed to actually show that off.
Yes. And once again, the help from Like and I was very great, and he helped open my eyes to the fact that yes, indeed, that one boolean, there's that one boolean with entity registry called set velocity changes. Apparently you want to set that to true if you're dealing with projectiles.
Yeah, apparently it really does help point things in the right direction, literally.
Hence why I've been such a dum dum and not having and always having my wither skulls and my Mo Withers mod always facing straight up.
Oh, it was affecting that too the whole time. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I'm probably gonna have to go back there and like change that.
Well, you might want to do a lot of things when you get back to Mo Withers.
Yeah, that mod is like needs desperate maintenance.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else before we go? Because it is getting to be where I'm going to have to probably already divide this into pieces or something. It's getting pretty big.
There are unnecessary sections there are unnecessary parts you can cut out, like wait time.
Oh yeah, well that's a definite. But you know, I'll definitely do that whenever I was going between like files, because I needed another world.
Yes. But
anyhow,
let me see what else I did. Change log. There's a change log at the bottom. Let me open my own change log and look at my own change log. Added custom bus bars for the Titans. Added cross mod content. Added my first crops. Gave the Ender Colossus eye lasers. That's what I'm calling the ability. Eye lasers.
Mm-hmm. Maybe noted like that in the code.
It's not eye lasers. It's eye lasers.
Yes. I must do it like a mad scientist.
Overhauled the regen system for Titans. Buff Titans again. Changed the Ultima Blade model and makes it check for worthiness. Added health boost for armors. Made Arcadium arrows shoot straight. And
added the axe.
Oh yeah, they also added the gigantic awesome axe that is colored like your mom's cane. If your mom was a hippie.
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of a semi-Indrish axe, so.
Yes, and what else? Change certain methods for the various minions. Made other things do work. Purple powers are now cleared when you clear minions, along with scorpions and dying things or dead things like corpses. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
clear minions affect more things.
Spider pigs are also clear minions now.
Oh yeah, spider pigs are cleared because those things are just everywhere in the plains biomes. I just cannot not find one.
He was testing with a super flat, and they were everywhere.
There are literally hordes of 80 of them, all in one place.
80 in one place. Okay, this is why he added that to clear minions.
That's why he did that. The stupid spider pigs just don't stop spawning.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've got pretty much everything for now.
This is not the final update. This is an update that I put. This is an update that I've put that has been long overdue that I've pushed out.
Yeah, it's not the final update. It's just what we've updated. It's just what he's updated till now.
Oh yeah, Ender Colossus crystals heal the Ender Colossus a little bit, tiny bit faster. And
wait, one more thing.
And Witherzilla now has his old hitbox back.
Ah, okay.
His old super duper bigonic, gigantic mega hitbox that was
Yeah,
like the size of a mountain. That was like bigger than a mountain.
well, you gotta hit him somehow. Now,
Bef-
one thing that I
no,
just
before
remembered
he had
that
his,
you added was that you can, in fact, stun an Ender Colossus now, and that is whenever you
yes,
defeat enough of the flying Ender crystals.
yes. By the way those things die is no longer exploding. The way that they die is they fall from the sky like dead birds.
Yeah, and then they hit the ground and explode.
Then they hit the ground and explode, and then they explode and drop their stuff. And it takes, I believe, a total of 16 of them. Like, destroy 16 of them, and then you get stunned. I also redid the Creeper Titan's stun method. It's now the same as the Spider Titan. You shoot at his legs enough, and he'll flop on his back.
Yeah, so you don't have to wait for him to rise up on his feet. You just shoot his feet, period. Then
That was
he'll fall
getting to be,
over.
that was getting to be too complicated. I started writing lines of code to help with lines of code that help with lines of code, and oh my god, it just uselessly conglomerated on itself like 10 times over, and I was like, screw this.
Yeah, so
I'm
this is
making
also
it so
another step towards efficiency.
I'm making it like this.
Yes, you
I don't
just
care.
made it all a lot easier.
I don't care if it's the same way. I'm making it like this. Shoot at his feet, goddammit.
You're like,
Oh yeah,
no more
and
complicated
the Ender
method. Just shoot
Colossus.
him in the foot.
Oh yeah, and the Ender Colossus to go along with the eye laser attack. He has his eyes are now have actual Titan parts.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I may
which
have
means
kind of seen that whenever
that
he's
you can
firing his attack.
if you press F3B to see hitboxes, you'll be able to see these two hitboxes on his eyes. And those are the parts you no longer want to look at. You can look at the rest of his head. Like before, you couldn't look at any part of his head, even the corner of his the top of the back
I
of
see.
his
So
head.
you just don't stare him directly in the eyes.
Don't look him in the eyes. Look him straight in the eyes, or else he'll murder you. He'll murder you with his stare. That will obliterate you, and it'll blow you up. You spontaneously combust when you look at him.
Yeah, which is why the zombie titan took so much damage. He kind of got partially vaporized.
Yeah, that's what those lasers are. They vaporize stuff. They also light things on fire for a really long time.
Although since titans are fireproof, that didn't show.
It's oh yeah, and the Ultima Blade. I believe the Ultima Blade also destroys many more things and kills more things that have hacks. And Titans.
Yes, the Ultima Blade is even more ultimate than it used to be.
Titans for a brief period had this weird thing where whenever they killed something, it acted like you killed it. So I was this was particularly annoying when there was a crowd of Kraken getting murdered by a zombie Titan, because I just kept on getting Kraken morphs. My screen was filled with black.
Oh, that sounds funny. Okay. Anything else before we head off? Because that should be most of the list.
And other than the capacity to in the future update Titans past 1.9, nothing else I can think of. So
Okay.
I believe that's about it.
In that case, sorry for not being able to usually do my classic avatar face-to-face here, because lag is so extreme I don't think I can even unpause the game for more than a few seconds. But anyhow, this has been Glitch Reaper with Interment of Doom, and
yes.
we'll be signing off. So hope to hear from you all later, everybody, and bye for now, everybody.
Bye for now.